I have no intention on leaving him. I don't want to leave my friends, my family. Hell, I don't want to leave myself. I like being here.
It doesn't matter about the bad things going on with my body right now. What does matter is keeping you out of this club. That was Ananda Lewis, speaking not as a celebrity, not as a TV host, but as a woman who knew time was running out.
My son is on a FaceTime playdate with a friend who was talking about another little boy who was crying. And my son said, men are allowed to have emotions. Yes. Mommy for the win. Create the kind of men we want in the future.
This wasn't just a message. It was her dying wish. She sat in her home. No makeup, no lights, no glam. Just truth. Just urgency. Just the voice of a woman who had seen the other side of silence and couldn't bear the thought of someone else walking blindly into the same darkness. Ananda's body was already losing the battle, but her words? They were sharper than ever. Clear. Final. Intentional. She had already been fighting stage 4 breast cancer, but what broke her wasn't the diagnosis. It was the regret. Regret that she didn't act sooner. Regret that she delayed. Mammograms out of fear. Regret that she waited for symptoms before taking action. There are things I wish I did differently 10 years ago. She didn't say that to feel sorry for herself. She said that so you wouldn't make the same mistake. And in that moment, with pain behind her eyes and wisdom in her voice, she gave the world something deeper than advice. She gave a warning. If you're in a healthy body, you're holding a winning lotto ticket. Please learn how to avoid cancer, because you still can. She didn't want pity. She wanted prevention. Her sister, Lakshmi Lewis, stood by her side through it all. The sleepless nights, the hospital visits, the moments where faith was the only thing left. And when Ananda could no longer speak, it was Lakshmi who carried her voice. Lakshmi said it best. She's free and in his heavenly arms. But before she left, she made sure I knew this message had to be shared. She didn't want to go quietly. Ananda could have stayed silent. She could have slipped away with dignity and peace. But she didn't. She spoke. And every single word came from a place of purpose. Because this wasn't about cancer. This was about you. She wanted women, especially black women, to understand that early detection isn't optional, that prevention is power, that your body is not an enemy, it's a gift, and that ignoring the signs doesn't make them disappear, it makes them deadly. She admitted she avoided mammograms for years, afraid of radiation, afraid of discomfort. But she was also afraid of what she might find. By the time she was diagnosed, it was already stage 3, and from there, it advanced. So no, she didn't care about how her body felt in those final days. She cared about your future. That's why her voice, her real, trembling, honest voice, is still here. Because somewhere right now, there's someone listening, and maybe that person is you. You might be delaying a doctor's visit. You might be brushing off a symptom. You might think it's nothing. Ananda Lewis once thought the same. So ask yourself, what would you do differently? If you knew your clock was ticking? Because hers was. And instead of running from it, she spoke through it. It doesn't matter about the bad things going on with my body right now. What does matter is keeping you out of this club. She didn't leave behind a warning. She left behind a wake-up call. Now the question is, will you answer it?